I'm really excited to film this video. I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm like super excited. I was gonna make this video be like 2 parts, so I was gonna do like the announcement and then do a haul, sort of like what I did with Cinder, and you guys really liked that. You guys gave me some good advice. I appreciate advice. I look for advice when I make these videos. But Brandon and I will be welcoming a new member into our family this month. I'm so freaking excited. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that I made an Instagram story. I didn't save it, so I can't put it on here. I don't know if I want to put it on here. My betta fish unfortunately passed away. Along with the betta fish, we had, not in the same tank, but like we had 2 tanks. And one tank was full of the African dwarf frogs, and it had an albino pleco in it, a miniature pleco. And then we had our betta fish, and we had some mystery snails, I think. We actually bought a mystery snail, and then it reproduced when we took it home. It gave us like 25 babies. We had 1 baby snail and 1 big snail left over, and they died the same time that the betta fish died because our temperatures were not right in our tanks. Our heater stopped working, the temperatures got really, really cold, and I think that the fish was stressed out a little bit. I tried to acclimate it to the tank. I like let the tank wait, you know, because I just cleaned it, I just scrubbed it down and everything, and I put it in there, and then he had passed away within like 10 hours of me cleaning his tank and stuff, because I hadn't done like a deep clean on the tank since we moved, and I really wanted to clean it, add some new gravel, add some new like colors to the tank and make it pop, and it just didn't work well. So we lost our betta. His name was Gilbert, and we had him for 7 months, which really isn't that long. But I know betta fish are really hard to keep up, and I know when I was little and I had betta fish, they really didn't last that long, but they also weren't in the best conditions. We kept our betta fish in a 2.5 gallon tank with a filter and a heater, so he had the perfect life, and he was my buddy. And I miss him a lot. I know he was just a fish, but he had personality. He was like my little buddy. I loved him to death, and I miss him all the time. So when our fish and our frogs just disappeared, so we either think that they jumped out of the tank, that the cat got them, or that they passed away and then the pleco just ate them. But we checked the tank like every single day, so I don't know when they would have died, and we didn't see it unless it was at nighttime, and he just like ate them that quick. I don't really know what happened to the frogs, so we just didn't have any good luck with our fish. So we have a desk in our dining room that the 2 tanks were on, so our 10 gallon and then our 2.5 gallon tank were on there. And since we don't have anything in there, we actually gave the 2.5 gallon tank to my little cousin. I actually bought her a betta fish and gave her a full setup in her bedroom, and she wanted a nightlight, so it like works out perfectly, and she's so excited, and she loves her betta fish, and it's like her first pet that she's gonna take care of on her own, so I'm really excited. She's 8 years old. I think she's 8 years old. Is she 8 or is she 9 now? Oh my goodness, I don't even know. But because I just didn't have the heart to get another betta fish, because I just know fish are really hard to keep up with if you don't really know what you're doing. So I just decided, you know, it wasn't meant for me. I just needed to step away from that, and I needed to get back into something that I knew I could study and learn to take care of, and was more of like a permanent pet than a fish. If you guys didn't know, we actually have a leopard gecko, and her name is Sony, and we actually got her, I think, the weekend before we saw Logic for the first time on the Everybody's Tour, which was in 2017. And she is doing great. She's not really that active. She usually sleeps all the time, but she loves to be fed. We absolutely love her. She is great. I always talk to her in the morning, and I like, you know, whatever, and she smiles at me, and she's just so freaking cute. Brandon had actually wanted a leopard gecko for a few years before we decided to finally get one, and then gradually we did research as we had her, and eventually figured out what worked for her within the first month of us having her, and we haven't changed our system with her, and she's absolutely doing fantastic. So, fun fact, when we were going to get the leopard gecko, I started to do research on geckos because I never thought that I would own a gecko. I've always been a frog person. I absolutely love frogs, but I've never really like thought about a gecko or a lizard or anything like that. One of the first geckos that popped up was a little crested gecko, and I wanted a crested gecko since I saw them online way back in 2017, so like a year and a half, and I've always been fond of them. I'm always watching videos about them on YouTube. I'm watching people show their crested geckos, and I absolutely love that they don't have tails most of the time. I know that they can continue to have their tail for a really long time. So I am looking to get an adult female or male. I'm not really sure which one yet. I don't think I really have a sex preference. I know that we got a female leopard gecko because we were thinking about getting 2, and I know that if you get a male, you know, you're done for. You can only have 1. And we were really thinking about getting 2 in the same tank, but just as we like kept doing more research, I was like, it's just too questionable if we can get 2 in the same tank, so I think it's safer if we just keep the 1. So that's originally why we chose to get a female. But with the crested gecko, I'm going, you know, open to all options. I don't care what it is, if it's a boy or a girl. I just want to get my little cresty. And I'm so excited. So I want to, of course, when I found out about these crested geckos and started looking at the morphs, I saw there was a Dalmatian morph. And so these crested geckos have little black spots on them, and I think that they are the cutest. So I am going to try to find a Dalmatian morph. I don't really care, you know, in preference, like if it's like red or brown or cream or white or black or yellow or tan, you know, and Dalmatian, I just want to go and experience them and handle them and see which one I bond with the most, and that will be the one that I pick out. But I am going to the Reptile Expo this month on March 24th, I believe is the day. Yes. I did already buy a tank. I've gotten some substrate for her or him. I've actually gotten a bunch of fake plants. That's why I took all the fake plants from your house, Mom. Spoiler alert. And I've gotten the feeder bowls and the feeding ledges and a thermometer and hydrometer. Yeah, I'm getting a little crested gecko. If I end up going to the Reptile Expo and falling in love with a crested gecko that isn't a Dalmatian morph, that's completely fine. I just have a preference to wanting a Dalmatian morph, but if I can't find one that's a Dalmatian morph and I fall in love with it, I will really want to bring it home. I really like the lily whites. I think that those are super pretty. The ones that have like the dark like auburn red with them I think are absolutely gorgeous. They're so cute. And I just want to hold it and give it a good home, and I can't wait to make it fruit smoothies. That's like the most exciting part, is I'm so excited to make like the little fruit smoothie cup. So that'll be nice, and a little bit of a change of pace from feeding our gecko mealworms and crickets, waxworms. So she has a really diverse diet now since we moved out. When I lived with my parents, she was strictly on mealworms. I do know that crested geckos should get some crickets in their diet, but it's not like necessary. So I'll probably give them crickets like twice a month or something. I might give her like 2 or 3 of them, like, you know, just to keep her diet flowing, or maybe see like if she has any issues with going to the bathroom and not like eating, maybe crickets will make her want to eat. Again, I will go over everything that I bought for the gecko once it is all here in a huge haul for you guys. I just want to wait till I have everything instead of show you guys half of it now and half of it later. And in that same video, I will be doing a tank setup. I just wanted to let you guys know about this pet because this gives me 3 weeks until I get it. This is also a birthday present from Brandon. He's actually given me money to buy the tank, and then he gave me some money to go towards whichever gecko morph I choose because that varies the price of the gecko. Yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know about our new little family member. You guys are more than welcome to leave name suggestions down below. You guys are also more than welcome to please leave any advice or tips that you have on getting a crested gecko. I'm just opening this platform to you guys to give me friendly advice. I'm not making this video to go over everything that I do or don't know about crested geckos. Again, I will discuss a lot lot more things in my haul once I have everything with me, and then in that video you guys can see everything that I have, and if I'm missing something or you really want to recommend something, let me know. There's a few things that I don't know if I want to buy or not, and I again will be discussing those in the haul videos. I feel like I covered everything in this video. I'm super excited for this little journey with you guys. I promise I'm not becoming a pet tuber. I just love watching pet videos, and if I'm able to share anything with you guys, obviously I want to. So leave any recommendations or advice, or if you have any websites I should check out or any video links, please leave them in the comments down below, and I will see you guys again very, very soon with a haul for my gecko and the tank setup, and then you guys will see me get my gecko with my Reptile Expo vlog. And then you guys will get an update in like a month or two, and that will probably be all that you guys see of my gecko unless you guys ask about him. But I love you guys, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Peace out, Girl Scouts.